Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Arlington Experience with Jim Ross. And I'm Jim Ross, and I could not be happier to be sitting here with a dear friend of mine, Mr. Randy Ford at J. Gilligans. If you live in Arlington and you haven't heard of J. Gilligans, I don't know what to tell you, because J. Gilligans has been here for as long as I can remember. And way back when I was a cop, we would come here and eat and drink, and I won't tell any other stories about what we did here. Randy, tell us the story about how you came about opening this place up for doing this thing here.
I tell you what, and it has been a long time, Jim. We're working on 42 years now. So
Oh,
it was
my
So it
goodness.
was 1979, and I had graduated from UTA. I was born and raised in Arlington, Texas. My grandfather had been in the barbecue business for 30 years. My grandfather, on the other side of my mom's father, had a little dairy farm. He was a dairy farmer. He was mayor of Benbrook back in the late 60s, and he had a little cafe. So just along the way, I got the bug for whatever reason to have a little bar and grill, have a restaurant. And so after college and after going out in the business world and doing that for about a year and a half, I just felt like it was time to try to do something on my own. So, one thing led to another. I had a little bar across the street where City Hall is today, the mine shaft. We didn't have a lot of food there in those days. From there, I went to my grandfather had a barbecue place, as I just said. So my grandfather, who was 80 years old, came out and he helped me open a barbecue place out in the Mid-Cities area.
Right.
The little bar had night business and no day business. The barbecue place had lunch business and no night business. So when I came to J. Gilligans, I had learned, the experience of all that, you need the cash flow. I wanted to come downtown Arlington because I was familiar with Arlington. That was my home. I had gone to school here, junior high, elementary, the whole to college. When we came down here, the game plan was to have lunch business with the downtown area and the businesses and the banks and the Chamber of Commerce, and then the nighttime business with the university right down the street. And so that was kind of the ideal going in after having that past experience of not being able to complete the full circle. The ideal was to come down here so we could get that cash flow all times of day. And so far, with lots of luck and the people of Arlington, it's worked.
Now, I remember when I first came to town back in 1983.
Right.
Got hired on with the police department. One of the first places that we came out to have a good time was here at your place.
Right.
That was back in the day when UTA had a football team,
Yes.
and the football team would be down here after games, partying and celebrating. And this was the happening spot here. It was smaller than it is now. Y'all have grown. How has that growth happened over the years?
Well, that growth, there's been lots of phases and stages. But when you came in just a little while ago, you and I visited a little bit. The reason we're sitting in this room today, and the reason we have this room, is because one of the reasons the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. AT&T and Jerry Jones. And I've never had a chance to meet Mr. Jones. But if I do, I may hug him. Because of the city fathers and Cluck and the city council and all the people that came before them had the foresight to be able to contact him and get that stadium here to Arlington, Texas.
Right.
And it has just been amazing. Now, of course, obviously, Mayor Green had gotten the Rangers here after originally Mayor Vandergrift back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Rangers, that was kind of the trendsetter, having the Rangers here. Of course, Six Flags. All of this entertainment, the Convention Visitor Bureau people, University of Texas at Arlington, what the Chamber does, what the city does, what the mayors have done, the tourism, my gracious alive. That's what has taken this to the next level. And at first, when that was happening, I was unsure. I was a little concerned because of all this extra competition and everybody coming into town and stuff like that. But if you take care of your own business, if you take care of what you're supposed to be doing, the rest will take care of itself.
You hit the nail on the head, because when you take care of this community, like I know you do, this community in turn takes care of you.
Oh, exactly. History is a wonderful thing. And when you build those relations, when you build those connections and stuff like that, if you take care of the folks, they'll take care of you.
That's exactly right. Tell the folks watching this what to expect when you get over here to J. Gilligan's. What do y'all offer? You do food, you do drinks, you have entertainment, do you have catering space, do you have dancing? What do you expect here?
All the above.
Okay.
I've always thought of Gilligans. I always call that a poor man's Cheers. Okay, that's kind of, that's the old TV show, and so I'm the poor man. But that casual atmosphere. When people come in here, I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel at home. This is their place. It's his hometown. We've been here with the university and stuff like that and going to school. So we want people to feel comfortable. And, we get students, we get administrators, we get mayors, we get lawyers, we get bankers. So it's just kind of a melting pot. And then out of that, then people will need needs, like they'll need a birthday party. J. Gilligans is a gathering place.
Yes.
Now, that's obviously been a challenge over the last year, as we sit here with masks on and stuff like that. That's been a real challenge. But, with the vaccine out and some the medicine they've got, these things are starting to loosen up a little bit, and people are starting to gather. So in answer to your question, you can come here and you can eat lunch, you can come eat dinner. If so be it, if you want to have a beer after work or whatever, if you want a glass of sweet tea and a chicken fried steak or Irish nachos, we like to, if you listen to your customers, if you will listen to your customers, the customers will tell you what they want.
Yes.
And if you pay attention and listen to your customers, and so that's what we've done over the years.
Let me tell you, folks, if y'all haven't experienced the love and excitement here at J. Gilligans, you are truly, truly missing out. I've brought hundreds of people here for parties, and nobody has left here without saying the most incredibly wonderful things about your place, Randy. I can't thank you for all you've done for this community over the last 4+ decades and all you continue to do for this community. I love you for it. Remember, especially during COVID, we buy, sell, and eat Arlington. God bless y'all, and we'll see you on the next episode.